Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdeed, ji ayanu, goeiemorgen.
Pakhair agale, ni hao, tunu shumme, washwale, ohai, guzaimis, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabiap, and a very amazing good morning to everybody who's tuned in to PTV World and are watching World this morning, alongside the very fantastic, the very amazing Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan on a rainy morning over here in Islamabad today. Hello Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking, and doing even better because I took off yesterday because of my exam.
Yep.
So I'm just like a little closer to graduating.
Wow.
So really happy about that. But what about you? How have you been enjoying the morning? It's so pretty over here.
Well, I think every day when I wake up, I think that the first thing I would actually do is to say my Bismillah as well, and then be like, thank you Allah for giving me another day, another opportunity to actually fulfill my goals and dreams as well. Not just for myself, for my family, for my kids, daughters, and everybody around me as well. But before we move on towards what we wanted to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, I actually want to take a moment and say something very nice about my colleague over here, and it's because of the fact that she, I think, has done a tremendous job by making sure that she's going to continue with her studies. Not just that, she made sure that she's going to settle down. And not just that, she's going to make sure that she's actually going to show up at work every single day. And I really want to congratulate you, and you're the Iron Lady for all of us as well. And for all of those women who are out there who think that they might not have the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, Shiza is one of those people who've actually created an opportunity for herself and made her place and made sure that she's going to stick to it. Shiza, how do you feel about it?
Thank you so much for saying all that. This was so heartwarming, but I have to tell you this. This was not possible without a support like you or my entire team as well. I mean, imagine, of course, there were days when I had to go to my university and not be here, and you were there to manage that. So, well, it's a team. Thank you so much for being that team for me as well. But yes, let's start the day with this note too. If you do have any dreams, you are the one who has to realize it. I mean, no one's going to come to you and serve it to you in a plate. So rather than dreaming about it and, just being in your bed and procrastinating about things, maybe, get up and go after it. You may achieve it one day, inshallah.
Exactly, that's the best part. And yesterday I was just surfing over the internet and I saw this meme where there was this lazy man in 2019 wearing a vest and just a PJ sitting in front of the television, and it said the laziest man of the year. Not just that, so then the same guy on the same couch with same clothing, with same everything, and it said the most responsible man of 2020 by staying home as well. And it definitely did make me laugh, but then at the same time, this is the harsh reality. But then, ladies and gentlemen, I think that because of the fact that everything is at halt and nothing is moving, that does not mean that you are not really supposed to give in or probably do anything about what or how the condition is which you're living in as well.
Yes.
I think everybody is responsible for their actions, so please make sure that your actions speak louder than words. And not just that, Shiza. Now I think I'm going to come down to a point where it's all about how you feel early in the morning, how you feel throughout the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, the kind of topic we have picked up on, or the kind of people we have over here in the studios, are the people who will actually take you on a journey and set your mood for today.
Right, okay, I feel like I do know where this is going. So Shahzad, ever since I've been working with you, you have this routine, and this routine is actually sort of contagious. So whenever he does enter the office, he's always probably listening to something refreshing, or even on his way to work, he is always tuned into something that builds up his mood. And then of course the energy and the vibes are contagious. We're all onto that mood as well. So this is the thing. A lot of people, people who cannot sing to express what they're feeling, they still seek their catharsis through listening to songs as well, which is a good thing. I mean, we're not artists, Jazad, but we still feel so happy just listening to them. Imagine how we would feel if we could sing.
Exactly, and not just that, recently I've updated my track list as well, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got a few songs which motivate me quite a lot. And I listen to quite a lot of Punjabi music most of the time, then a little bit of hard rock as well, when I'm, probably doing weights or something other than that. But then at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, music is something which puts you in love. And it is a language which is spoken all over the globe, and that too without borders, understood as well.
Absolutely. And you know what? This actually reminds me of a very small story I'm going to share with you. So, just last year when I was vacationing, and of course, I had a proper playlist for, we all do make
Yeah.
a playlist for wherever
For
we are
vacation.
going. Yeah, for vacations. But I ended up listening to Gorak Tanda throughout my vacations. Can you
Wow.
believe that? It was the most played song on my iPhone as well, and on my phone as well. And I mean, I just kept listening to it. It sort of, sticks to you, and you want to wake up listening to it. You want to sleep
Exactly.
listening to it. Whatever the weather was, I was enjoying it so much.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was my partner, yes. And like you said, it changed my mood and made me, I want to say, emotional at times as well. I mean, it creates a bond with you. And the more you get deeper into the lyrics or the art of music or, the composition of it, it gets even better.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, but then at the same time, as deep as you might go, you're never actually going to drown in it. Please make sure, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, that you keep on, or probably you continue to give away positive vibes as well, because over here at PTV World, on World this morning specifically, we make sure that we promote the kind of talent we get our hands on as well. And then obviously we're very thankful to these amazing young gentlemen who were over here in the studios with us. We're definitely going to ask them about their journey, how they became musicians or singers as well. But we really need to have a deeper understanding of what modern music is now.
Absolutely.
Because back in the day, everybody used to play instruments. We used to record the instruments and then obviously do the lyrics and then produce a song.
Yeah.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, everything, I can even make music on my cell phone, do my vocals and everything pretty much. The quality might not be that good, but yes, this is possible. And not just that, I might not even have to play the guitar, not even the piano or anything. The
Right.
cell phone is going to do it all for me. And even if I'm not a singer, I can sing too.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, but then, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we really have to appreciate where talent is.
Absolutely.
So we are very lucky that we've actually been joined by two amazing musicians and talented singers over here who actually hail from Comsas University. One of them happens to be the president of the Music Society,
Wow.
which reminds me that while I was back in my university, I was the president of one of the societies, probably Adventure Club, I don't know, or probably Music Society as well. But they're over here with us, ladies and gentlemen. With me, in the first place, we have Mr. Muhammad Bilal Mirza. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum salam. Good morning to you too.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. Too young to have the mustache, bro. But it suits you definitely. You look very smart and
grows, why
handsome
not?
and dashing. And alongside him, ladies and gentlemen, I think, okay, so this is my perception of this gentleman.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's one of those people who really kind of sets his mood according to the music being played. If it is emotional music, he will get emotional. If it is an adrenaline pump kind of music, he will get that adrenaline pump. So he kind of replicates the kind of mood is being indicated by the music he's playing or listening to as well. Ladies and gentlemen, he's none other than the very melodramatic Mr. Kazim Abbas. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm good.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And do you know how I was able, I'm not sure whether I was able to judge you correctly or not, even though that it's not my job to judge him, but we're just talking about music over here. With your glasses, that's what I thought, because every time I've
you're
seen a
absolutely
poet
right.
or a person who's very deep in his thoughts, that's the kind of shade they wear. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So that's correct. All right.
Oh, wow,
I've
that
got
was
it
a good
bullseye.
assumption as well.
Yes.
So if you are that deep with your thoughts, do you often find yourself writing lyrics or something?
No,
No?
not exactly.
Okay.
I usually do covers and all, and I listen to music and I love it.
That's nice.
And but you know what?
I'm not
at
a good writer.
Oh, we doubt that, but
But
okay.
at some point of time, you will come up with your own lyrics.
Maybe.
Or the kind of feelings you have, because that's what a musician does. They talk with their instruments, they talk with their lyrics and whatnot, which is good. But you started singing when you were 7 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
So eventually, just 5 years ago, you started playing the guitar as well.
Yeah.
So let's be optimistic over here. Probably in a year or 2 years' time, you might be writing lyrics.
Right.
But how did this journey start for you?
Actually, I really liked listening to music when I was like 5 years old kid.
All right.
So I started singing when I was 7 years old, and when I was like 18,
Yeah.
I started playing guitar.
Okay, that's
I
nice.
love it. At first, I was like more into classical music,
Yeah.
but then I shift my moods to different romantic songs and all. And
All
I
right.
like
So would you mind if I ask you what was your favorite song when you were 5 years old? The tune you used to dance to, you know, every kid, yeah.
Can you recall?
Actually, I don't
Come on.
remember, but yeah.
Do you
See,
remember?
I love that song, Mitwa.
Mitwa.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I don't know whether Shafqat bhai
I
released
used to love
Mitwa
that song.
back then or not, but yeah, it's perfectly
No,
alright.
Oh, right. But that's brilliant. But moving on to you, can you recall, like, when did you start singing? He was so young. I mean, 7 years old. I can't even
He's
recall
still
how
so
he
young.
looked like.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did you start singing, and what was your inspiration?
First of all, I'm really thankful to PTV World for having us here, and
Our
it
pleasure.
always feels great when you have such amazing people around you.
Thank you, Arun.
And there is a small story behind that, actually.
Go ahead.
Okay.
When I was this small, I think I was 5 or 6. Me and my father, we were sitting at some religious gathering, you know, and I suddenly asked my father. I actually whispered, like, "Abu, I want to recite Naat here."
All right.
Okay.
So he was like, "Really?" So I was, "Yes, I want to." And he said, "Go on." And then I recited Naat, and I was really good at it. And so this was the starting. So then I met a person named as Raja Tosif. He really helped me at that time, and I kept practicing Sufi music when I was 8 or 9.
Wow.
So Sufi music is, you can say, is in my blood, and I just love to listen to, you know, Sufi music. And coming back to singing, I was I think it was my first semester, and a friend suggested me that, "Yaar, ke you should sing.
Yeah.
You are blessed with some great vocals. Why don't you give it a try?"
Right.
So then I asked myself that yes, I should do it. Matlab, ke I should give it a try. So
And get
I-
all the attention while I'm in university.
yes, exactly. When you're at your first semester, you have all that of you know, kind of thoughts in your mind going on, that you should do
Exactly.
this, you should do that. So I got my first stage, and it was Falak Shabir's concert.
Yeah.
And
Great guy. Congratulations on getting married, bro.
Oh, yeah.
yes, exactly. And you said you talked about opportunities, right? So my point of view about opportunities is that you should grab the opportunities like a pro.
Yes.
So when
So that you actually have to be ready,
exactly,
you know, before
when-
the opportunity is there.
exactly.
Exactly.
When I got that my first show concert, I had only one thing in my mind, that Bilal, you have to do much better than you regularly do.
Yeah.
So then Alhamdulillah, I performed really well.
Wow.
And this was indeed the starting, and rest is history, I must say, in my university.
And which is great. But then at the same time, since you mentioned that, you know, you should actually be a pro, you know,
At
just before the
grabbing.
time when the opportunity is there and knocking at your doorstep, whatnot. And that's fabulous. I think that's a brilliant idea. So why not, you know, we give it a shot and see whether you're a pro for today's show or not. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Shall we do
Let's
it?
do it,
Let's do this.
absolutely.
This is Bilal. Let's see what he has to sing for us.
Okay,
Let's do this.
You made me a bit nervous.
Aw.
You don't have to be nervous
We
at all.
don't have
We are
any
here
doubt
with
in
you.
your
Yes,
capabilities. We're just here to listen to you.
Okay. Oh, this is a song named as Tere Jaur Dista
Oh,
by
beautiful.
Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Sahab, and this was my first song as well.
One of the legendary musicians, ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen, one of those singers and musicians who actually happened to work with Hollywood stars back then, not just Hollywood, Bollywood as well. He's actually
Absolutely.
given scores for Hollywood films. He hails from Faisalabad, and he's one of those musicians who's actually made Pakistan prouder, prouder, and prouder, even till date.
तेरे कदमां च रख दे सावां, तेरे कदमां च रख दे सावां, नी तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा, नी तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा, किवें मुखड़े चू नजरां हटावां, किवें मुखड़े चू नजरां हटावां, नी तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा, नी तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा तेरियां उड़ीकां विच जिंद मुक चलिए वेख लैनी माणी तेरे बिना मर चलिए तेरियां उड़ीकां विच जिंद मुक चलिए वेख लैनी माणी तेरे बिना मर चली तेरी रावां विच ओ तेरी रावां विच अखियां विछावां तेरी रावां विच अखियां विछावां नी तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा तेरे जिहा होर दिसदा आप बैठे हैं बालन पे मेरी आप बैठे हैं बालन पे मेरी मौत का जोर चलता नहीं है आप बैठे हैं बालन पे मेरी मौत का जोर चलता नहीं है मौत मुझको गवारा है लेकिन क्या करूं दम निकलता नहीं है ये अदा ये नज़ाकत बरास मेरा दिल तुम पे कुर्बान लेकिन क्या संभालोगे तुम मेरे दिल को जब ये आंचल संभलता नहीं है आ आ आ
Wonderful, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful to be here and listening to it in real, right?
Exactly, and that too early in the morning when you know that it's raining outside. And yes, it's all about the kind of love you have with people,
Right.
or not just people, with that divine power up there as well. And ladies and
Absolutely.
gentlemen, I think that it makes me feel wonderful, and it makes me feel as if I have absorbed all of that energy, and I'm going to utilize it for the rest of the day as well.
Oh,
And
that's
that has set my
nice.
mood right as well. And that's the same thing which we expect from you.
Right, absolutely. So, Bilal, did you receive any formal music education yet? Or do you plan on doing that?
I was very lucky actually, but unlucky too because
how?
because I met late Ustad Bade Fateh Ali Khan Sahab, uncle of Shafqat Amanat Ali,
Yes.
elder brother of late Amanat Ali Sahab,
Yes.
and I was really lucky to get in touch with him, and he was really kind.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he was very ill at that time, and he at that time as well, he educated me about music, and he was really good, and undoubtedly he was. So,
course.
but after some time, he was, he got really ill, and he got passed away. But I got a little, you can say, education about music, and
That's
I'm
nice.
more into vocals.
Which is great.
Right, which is
Yes.
absolutely great.
Yeah.
We just heard your vocals. They were just absolutely stunning. But moving on to you, Kazim, first of all, I need you. You said that you picked up the first instrument at 18-ish.
Yeah.
And is this the only instrument you plan on playing in the
Yeah.
future too?
Not exactly. I'm planning to play piano as well.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
right now, I don't have. So
Exactly.
It's okay. Which,
Yeah,
you have,
which you will
future,
in a few days as well, and
Yeah,
it is wonderful.
absolutely.
gonna do
So
that in
one,
future.
before we get to actually listen to you as well, one very quick question. It is sort of, I want to say a question that I want to ask you too.
Okay.
Why is it that normally,
Bring
I'm
it on.
probably generalizing as well, why is it that normally it happens, guys like you, whenever you go to university or a setting like that, you have that confidence to actually channel the talent that you had. Like you said, that you had the talent, but you weren't singing before you were in the university. A lot of people do that as well. So is it because of the setting? Is it because of the support system you get? How does that confidence just
No,
arrive?
Or is it because of the support you get from the female counterpart within your university?
No, this is a
Actually,
genuine
It gives me
question.
quite a lot of confidence through that.
actually, this is a human nature that if you're in a public gathering, you try to grab attention.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So that's
That was honest.
yeah.
Brutally honest.
So now what we're going to do is that, just what you said,
Yeah.
I think that we really want you to do something on these lines as well and sing us a wonderful song.
Grab our
Before
attention.
before we head out towards a short break, please go ahead. This
Before
is
I
your turn.
start, I want to say something that
Sure.
when I'm in isolation, I sing like I'm pro.
Yeah.
But when I sing in front of anyone, I
you know
become
what?
like a bit nervous and become,
You know what we're going to do? All of us are going to close our eyes so that
Inshallah.
you can think that
I'll
you're
try
in
my best.
isolation. Or probably you close your eyes
Yeah.
and do your thing and we will just enjoy it. Let's do this.
Okay.
Yes, ladies and
You can
gentlemen,
do
Mr.
it.
Kazim is finally ready. Let's do this. You're going to love this as well.
Of course, no doubt.
ना जाने कब से उम्मीदें कुछ बाकी है मुझे फिर भी तेरी याद क्यों आती है ना जाने कब से आशिकी की है कोई गुनाह तो नहीं हाँ सांस बाकी है हुआ फना तो नहीं तू ही जख्मों की वजह है तू ही मरहम है मेरा तू हंसी मंज़र है तू ही पतझड़ है मेरा मुझे भी हक है ना क्या मैं इंसान नहीं मैं हीर बोलूँगा मैं बेज़ुबां तो नहीं मैं बेज़ुबां तो नहीं मैं बेज़ुबां तो नहीं जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा ही नहीं है अब तो जिंदा हूँ मैं इस नीले आसमां में हे ओ
Tent pegging is an equestrian sport practiced in many countries around the world. Wooden targets are placed on ground at a specific distance and players wearing traditional dress and turban have to run their horses and try to hit the target and pick it up with a lance. Target missing is considered as a failure. Tent pegging is thought to have originated in the subcontinent. Historians say that mounted soldiers would gallop through enemy camps, removing the tent pegs with their lances and swords. They would be followed by more mounted soldiers who took advantage of the surprise and havoc caused by collapsed tents and a confused enemy. Today, tent pegging is practiced around the world, but is especially popular in Australia, India, Israel, Oman, Pakistan, South Africa and the United Kingdom. The Olympic Council of Asia included tent pegging as an official sport in 1982, and the International Federation for Equestrian Sports recognised it as an official equestrian discipline in 2000. Impressions by winning gold medals many a times.
Welcome back to World This Morning with Shahzad Khan and Shahzad Hashmi, where today, on a very beautiful rainy morning, we are enjoying free concerts over here in the studio. These young people are amazing. But you know, Shahzad and I were thinking, we do have this entire show dedicated to artists and young talents.
Yeah.
Maybe we can discover new avenues of artistry over here in Pakistan too.
Yeah.
So what should we do in this segment?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, in this segment, we have actually been joined by somebody over Skype who happens to be the keeper of the art.
Oh, yeah.
Not just that, she's actually taken some amazing initiatives with the name of MH, because there's a reason why MH as well. And not just that, you know, she's actually made sure that she's going to propose a cultural exchange program. And we are definitely going to be in conversation with that lady right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by a curator, a visual artist, the one and only Miss Mehreen Hashmi. Hello, Assalamu Alaikum, Mehreen. How are you?
Good morning.
Mehreen, can you hear us? I think there's a bit of lag in the internet.
She's
and that
joining
Mehreen
us
might
from
not
Karachi.
be
Yes,
able to
I can
hear
hear
us.
you. It's
Yes.
a little low, but I can hear.
Well, that's perfectly all right if you can hear us, because what we want from you today is that you talk and that we listen as well. So, Mehreen, first of all, you know, for all of those people who are out there who might not know who a curator is, please let us know. Let us know about MH initiatives. Let us know about the cultural exchange programs. Let's do this.
This is a huge lag, man.
Yes, there's a huge lag, ladies and gentlemen, but
we try
yes,
to
I
reconnect?
think that we were actually trying to get her hands on her. Yes.
Okay. Basically, curators are mostly for. Sorry. Your voice is a little breaking. I have understood half of your question, first bit of it.
All right, so Mehreen, let us know about yourself.
Hello?
That you have an online art gallery too. You look after art. That is amazing. You yourself are a visual artist. So let people know what actually a curator does in Pakistan, and how did your journey of being a visual artist start? Anytime.
So there's a bit of lag, ladies and gentlemen. Mehreen, we might have to come back to you. We
Yeah.
might have to come back to you tomorrow, or probably because there's a little bit of technical glitch over here. We are not able to hear you, and our viewers are not even able to hear you too as well, and that you're not even able to hear us.
Right, while we try to reconnect as well, let me just tell you, this was an amazing initiative that Mehreen took. We will definitely talk about it in detail when she is actually here on the show, probably on Skype too. She was hailing from Karachi. And have you ever been to an art gallery or a museum for art?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of art galleries as well, and I take a lot of inspiration from art and the kind of things people make, or you know, the kind of things there are, because everything out there, ladies and gentlemen, tells me a story.
Absolutely.
And I'm one of those people who've always taken inspiration from stories as well, you know, from my grandparents. if we are to start from there, I think they were great storytellers. And I think half of who I am is because of the fact that I've taken inspiration from a lot of stories, and that stories are an essential part of my life, but not kahaniyan jo hum logon ko karate hain. Stories, yes.
Not
the real
fairy
ones.
tales,
Yes.
but yeah, the real ones. That's brilliant. Well, coming back to celebrating the artists that we have over here in the studio, Bilal and Kazim, both of you, let me know. A lot of people who have been on the show in terms of young talent as musicians, they want Pakistan to create music academies, or at least their own schools or universities to have a different setup, or societies, or actually an entire department dedicated to music. Is there such a thing in your university, first of all? And number two, where do you see Pakistan's future in terms of formal music education?
Okay, if you want to get something, you have to do something for it.
Of course.
So, and like in our university, we do jammings, and we have that kind of connection with each other, with musicians and vocalists. And same thing goes for academies. There are many academies here, and people do go for their music, learning music from academies as well. And you have to be that motivated, and you have to have such a kind of a passion for music when you want to learn. So coming back to that future of music in Pakistan, it is always bright, and we have immense talent here. And we, for example, in my university ComSats, we have that music society, a beautiful music society named as Awaz.
Okay.
And I must say this is the fruit of my hard work, because I've worked really hard, and now I feel so proud when I have such talented singers and musicians like Kazim with me, and they are in Awaz as well, and there are a bunch of many talented musicians with me who are, I must say ke ek se badhkar ek.
Right.
So this is the
Satte
thing.
pe satta, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Is he your senior?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I
All
see.
right, well, that's great. But let me move on to Kazim now. So Kazim, we definitely do know the kind of music you do and the kind of music you do, and then we know the kind of personalities you possess as well, which is great. But with time, we have seen that the music industry has evolved a lot. We have seen that now, for somebody who's not even a singer or who does not even know how to sing can be a good one or a good singer as well. And I do not have any, differences with this kind of thought process as well, or somebody being a singer, because I think if somebody has put something outside, and if there are people who are actually listening to it, that means that he's actually done the job very well as well. But with the changing dynamics of the music industry, and then the changing dynamics of the platforms, we see that now, people have equal opportunity for making sure that they present their talent to the rest of the world, may it be YouTube, may it be Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere. And if there's one song which people like, you will be a star in a day's time as well. That's true. But the kind of music you want to do, that's something which I want to listen to as well. The kind of music you really want yourself to be indulged in. Or do you think that it's going to be a progressive track for you, that you're actually going to not stick to one genre, but probably try many others as well? Because he started with Sufi, then classical, and then he's experimenting with all genres. So what's your thought?
As I told you before, that I was more into classical music before, but now when I start playing guitar, my taste start changing.
Yeah.
So I am now more into Nabil Shaukat Ali kind of music,
And which is great.
Yeah,
that's
so,
nice.
So I play this kind of music, and
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, a very quick question. Sorry, Shazad,
Yeah,
I
go
know
ahead,
you
go
have
ahead.
something to ask.
Go ahead.
Quick answers. Who is your dream music collaboration with? If you were ever, like,
If
this
you
is
are
a dream, you can say any name in the
Is
world.
it Pitbull? Is it somebody across the border or
No.
anybody else?
I'll rather choose some classy, music directors, which is across the border, A.R. Rahman, and
Oh, yeah, of
he's,
course.
I mean, he's really fantastic,
He
and
And
but and we can
dedicated.
see through his work, he's really choosy in his projects, but
Absolutely.
they are quite really amazing and different from other Bollywood and other musics that we listen and we do. So
Okay.
I really like A.R. Rahman, and he's really good.
All right.
What about you?
So like I'm more into kind of like Sonu Nigam kind of music.
All right.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, he's my
You
dream
know what?
collaboration.
Now that you've said it, I can actually picture you that
Yeah.
way as well. है ना?
Exactly. Not just that. I think that you guys are actually missing out on Kanye West and Chris Brown.
Maybe
and all
they're-
of,
maybe-
all
maybe
of
they
these
don't
people
like-
as well, because Kanye West is definitely A. Rahman of Hollywood, probably, or
Yeah,
Sahir Ali
exactly.
Bagha of Pakistan.
Exactly.
To be very honest.
Yes,
and,
yes,
And
exactly.
we really need to mention them like that. But you know, I have a piece of advice. You want to take it, you can take it. It's for free.
Yeah, his
For
2
people
cents
who
are
out
always
there-
free.
For people who are out there, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conversation which I had with the musician just last night, and the musician was a little worried about what the future holds. And I kept on telling him that, you know, if you're going to keep at it, you will actually reach a point. But there's one more point, and that is that if you work together, you will go further. This is something which I have observed. Because now, for all of those people, you know, we have musicians who do not want to sing covers of other musicians as well. You know, there are musicians who really do not want to take the name of other musicians, and there's Allah maaf kare, but yes, there is a little bit of hate amongst all of these musicians and people who actually work within the industry. But let me be very clear over here, ladies and gentlemen, for all of those people who have this kind of hate for each other, they are only represented by the city they come from or they hail from, Lahore, Islamabad in Pakistan or whatnot. But for all of those people who are working together, the world is a forum for them. You know, for example, if you're going to collaborate with somebody from across the border, you know, South Asia covered,
Exactly.
Kanye West, something else covered, you know, so it's like conquering different continents
Right.
and then making sure that your music is heard globally.
Exactly, and
You're absolutely
talking
right.
about hate, and this do exist, and jealousy is there always. But I remember once I saw these lines, and it was like your love makes me strong,
Yeah.
but your hate makes me unstoppable.
Wow.
And which is actually,
Oh,
which is
wow.
actually so true, right?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't matter.
I think it's romantic as well.
Yes, exactly. But you should have such thoughts in your mind even when you're struggling. You have to keep practicing, keep working hard, and in in some near future you will get what
Exactly.
you
Of
course.
have always wanted.
If you keep at it.
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
thing.
But you guys tell me, and be honest in your answers as well. How do you guys deal with criticism? Of course, you can be the ripest and the juiciest peach in the world, and there will still be people who don't like peaches, right? So maybe there are people who don't like your music. I don't know who they are, but still, how do you take criticism?
And very quickly, before you guys answer this as well, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, that whenever some musician is actually going to come over to you and be like, hey, you know what, I made this new song, what do you have to say about it? Nobody's actually going to give you an honest opinion. Everybody will be like, oh, dude, you've done a fantastic job.
But
I think that if somebody's coming up to you for a piece of advice, you really need to be honest with them.
Yeah.
Exactly. And coming back to your question, it was like jealousy is there, but you have to practice a lot, and you have to show other people by your talent that you are good enough and you are doing good, and that's the thing which will carry you to the goals which you have in your mind.
Exactly.
So that's the only philosophy you should have in your mind.
And that's just like the president of a music society. You guys are
Yes.
doing a wonderfully job. You're very
Exactly.
talented. But now, ladies and gentlemen, since we're talking about working together, how can this happen that both of them are not going to sing together? So what we have done is that we, prior to doing this show, we made sure that both of them are actually going to collaborate right on the show. They haven't prepared anything, but we're going to give it a try. Shiza, do you have to say anything? Let's wrap up and then move on to them.
Oh, all right, all right. So here's the thing. Of course, I cannot wait for this one to happen because this is unplanned, and let's see how this
Yeah.
goes. I mean, the direction we don't
And
really
best of luck to you two as
Yeah.
well. And we
Thank
will
you.
definitely have you over soon as you guys launch your own music albums,
Inshallah.
music videos, or anything. You're more than welcome as well. For everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely going to head out after a collaboration by Mr. Bilal over here and Mr. Kazim. But yeah, if there's anything or if you have somebody so talented, please make sure
Right.
that you write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of,
Well, this morning on your screens,
on Twitter,
well, this morning without a G,
that too on your screen,
Yeah,
Daily
absolutely.
Motion in YouTube,
it's called PTV World, but then you have to look for, well, this morning.
and the repeat timings are?
5 past midnight, is it?
Yes,
All right.
that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, over to Mr. Kazim and Bilal.
Let's do this. I'm so excited, I don't know why.
रूठ कर प्यार करे दिल जो बिखर जाता है रूठ कर प्यार करे दिल जो बिखर जाता इश्क तो सामने आँखों के मुकर जाता है, अपनी धड़कन को मेरे दिल से जोड़ने वाले, जा तुझे माफ किया, जा तुझे माफ किया, दिल को तोड़ने वाले, सितम है खुदाया, क्यों प्यार बनाया, तो रूठे दिल का जहां, दिल इतना रुलाया है, गम मुस्कुराया, ये अपने तड़पना मेरा, हंसना तेरा, तड़पना मेरा, हंसना तेरा, नींदे मेरी, सपना तेरा, जब दिल मिले तो मंजिल मिले, आँखों के सागर, होठों के सागर, तड़पना मेरा, हंसना तेरा, तड़पना मेरा, हंसना तेरा, नींदे मेरी, सपना तेरा, पलकों को ऐसे पलकों से छू ले कि जब दिल मिले तो मंजिल मिले, आँखों के सागर, जा तुझे माफ किया, जा तुझे माफ किया, ओ, ओ,
Facebook or YouTube with the name of World
This
This
Morning.
Morning. And repeat, you can catch at 5 past 11 p.m. tonight. Till the next time, take care, Ramazan Mubarak, and good morning.